Hello dear Sleepy Science subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Before we begin tonight's story, take a deep breath and let your mind drift away from the noise of the day. If you enjoy this kind of peaceful exploration of the universe, don't forget to like and subscribe so that more people can find calm in these quiet cosmic journeys. Tonight we will slowly travel through the world of stars, learning about them not with hurry or tension, but with softness and wonder. Let this be a gentle passage into sleep, where each thought becomes lighter, and every fact about the stars feels like a lullaby made of light. When you look at the night sky, you see more than distant dots of light. You are looking into the deep memory of the universe itself. Every star is a story written in light, a whisper from billions of years ago, traveling across the dark, and yet they shine as if they were speaking only to you. Stars are born, live, and fade, just like living beings, and their rhythm creates the calm heartbeat of the cosmos. A star begins as a cloud of dust and gas, floating quietly in the emptiness. Over millions of years, gravity gathers those particles together, gently pulling them closer and closer until their heat within begins to rise. When the center becomes hot enough, a quiet fire is born. A new star opens its eyes. This process, though immense in scale, happens with the same natural patience as a seed sprouting in the soil. There is no rush in the universe, only harmony and balance. The light from the stars is very old. The gentle spark you see from your window tonight may have started its journey before humans even existed. It traveled through vast darkness, passing silent galaxies, invisible dust and magnetic winds. And yet it reaches your eyes tonight, offering a calm reminder that time flows in slow, endless waves. When you think of that, your own worries begin to feel small, like ripples fading on a quiet pond. Stars have different colors depending on their temperature. Some glow red like a fading ember. Others shine white, blue, or golden. Blue stars are the hottest, burning with incredible energy, while red stars live the longest, glowing softly for billions of years. It is almost as if the universe gives each star its own personality. Some burn fast and bright, others slow and steady, yet all contribute to the grand design, like instruments in a cosmic orchestra playing an eternal lullaby. In the Milky Way alone, there are more than 200 billion stars, and each one is surrounded by silence so deep that it becomes almost peaceful. Imagine floating among them, weightless, surrounded by gentle light. Every star twinkles, not because it moves, but because Earth's atmosphere bends its light slightly as it reaches us. That trembling shimmer gives life to the night sky. That trembling shimmer gives life to the night sky, making it appear as if the heavens are breathing. When you lie in bed and close your eyes, imagine drifting slowly through space, the stars around you glowing softly, their warmth wrapping around your thoughts. You can almost hear the thoughts, faint hum of energy, the distant echo of light being born. Every flicker in the sky tells you to rest, to breathe, to simply exist for a moment without needing to do anything else. As you fall deeper into calm, think of how stars recycle the universe. When a star dies, it releases its elements into space. Carbon, oxygen, iron, all the things that make up planets and life itself. That means that everything you are, every heartbeat, every breath, was once part of a star. You are literally made of stardust. That thought alone is enough to bring peace. Because if the stars can burn and fade, and still return as life, then maybe every end is just a quiet new beginning. And so tonight, Let yourself float among the stars. Feel their warmth, their age, their patience. The universe has existed for billions of years without haste, without fear, without noise. It only expands, breathes, and glows. And you, small yet infinite in your own way, are part of us. That same quiet harmony. Close your eyes now. Breathe in the stillness. And let the stars guide you gently into dreams. As your mind drifts deeper into the gentle rhythm of the cosmos, imagine yourself floating slowly between stars, surrounded by endless darkness that doesn't feel empty but peaceful. Each point of light around you is a sun in its own right, shining for millions or billions of years, never in a hurry, never tired. They burn quietly, like hearts beating in the silence of infinity. The space between them is vast beyond imagination, and yet they are all connected by invisible waves of gravity, light, and time. The light that reaches you from a distant star began its journey long before the first human looked up at the sky. Some of the stars you see tonight have already died, but their light still travels toward us, carrying the last message of their existence. It is like listening to a song that continues long after the singer is gone. The universe keeps their memory alive, one shimmering note at a time. In the deepest parts of space, new stars are born inside thick clouds of gas and dust called nebulae. They look like colorful dreams painted across the night sky. Pink, blue, purple, golden. Each nebula glows softly as the newborn stars begin to light it from within. Astronomers sometimes call these places stellar nurseries, and that description fits perfectly. The universe cradles its newborns gently, wrapping them in clouds until they are ready to shine on their own. If you could watch the birth of a star in real time, it would be the slowest and most graceful performance imaginable. Over millions of years, gravity gathers atoms closer, heat rises, and light begins to flicker. At first faint, then steady, then brilliant. The star begins to pulse with its own rhythm, like a heart finding its first beat. That pulse will continue for billions of years, through storms of plasma, waves of radiation, and quiet ages of stability. Even the smallest stars are mighty in their patience. They burn hydrogen in their cores, turning it into helium, releasing gentle streams of energy that reach across space. This quiet burning is what makes life possible. Our own sun, just an ordinary star among billions, gives warmth to Earth, light to oceans and forests, and comfort to every living thing. Yet it never asks for praise. It simply burns, day after day, year after year. When you close your eyes, imagine standing on a calm meadow under the night sky. The air is cool. The grass whispers with the wind, and above you the stars move slowly across the sky. Their light falls on you gently, touching your skin like the softest dust. You feel small, but not insignificant. You are part of the same design, built from the same atoms, glowing with the same quiet energy that fills the stars themselves. Stars also sing, not with sound as we know it, but with waves, gentle vibrations that move through their surface, changing the brightness in tiny pulses. Scientists can measure these starquakes and turn them into data, like listening to the heartbeat of the cosmos. When you think of that, you can almost imagine the whole universe humming softly, a peaceful background song that never stops. The color of a star tells its story. Blue means youth and heat. White means balance. Yellow means maturity. Red means wisdom. The bluer the star, the shorter its life, for it burns with too much passion. The redder the star, the longer it endures, glowing softly like an ember that refuses to fade. In that way, Stars are like souls. Some live fast and bright. Others live long and calm, but each leaves behind a trace of beauty that lasts beyond time. Sometimes, when you feel restless or anxious, remember that even the most powerful stars endure through storms and collapse only to create new beginnings. They are proof that even in destruction, there is renewal. The heavy elements created inside dying stars will one day form new planets, new skies, perhaps even new hearts beating somewhere far away. The universe wastes nothing. Every particle finds a new home. As you drift deeper into rest, think of yourself as a traveler passing through this gentle sea of light. Each star you pass whispers a story of patience, of peace, of quiet, persistence. And somewhere among them, perhaps one light shines just for you, a reminder that you are never truly alone. Close your eyes again, breathe in the cosmic calm, and let the light of distant suns carry you further into the quiet beyond. As the soft rhythm of the universe continues around you, imagine time flowing not in seconds, but in slow, endless waves. Stars live on scales so vast that their whole existence feels like a dream stretched across billions of years. Yet within that dream lies a quiet lesson about endurance, transformation, and renewal. Every star you see in the night sky is both alive and ancient, carrying within it the same energy that once sparked the beginning of everything. A star spends most of its life in harmony. It burns hydrogen in its core, releasing light and warmth, balancing the pull of gravity with the push of its own energy. This steady state, called the main sequence, can last for billions of years. During that time, the star is calm, stable, almost meditative. Its surface ripples softly with waves of plasma, glowing like silk illuminated from within. Around it, space is silent, but the star continues to hum its quiet song of existence. Over time, as the fuel in the core begins to run low, balance shifts. Gravity presses inward, and the star responds by expanding outward. It becomes larger, cooler, and redder, a red giant. From a distance, it looks majestic, enormous, glowing like a soft ember against the black of space. This is not a violent phase, but a graceful transformation. The star's outer layers stretch into the cosmic wind, slowly drifting away like glowing petals from a cosmic flower. For smaller stars, this expansion marks the beginning of their final act. Once the outer layers are released, star's core remains behind, a white dwarf, small, hot, and bright. It will continue to glow quietly for billions of years, cooling ever so slowly. It doesn't explode, it simply fades, like the last candle in an endless night. Peaceful, silent, timeless. But for massive stars, the ending is more dramatic. They live fast and die in fire, their energy so intense that when the fuel runs out, their cores collapse in an instant. The result is a supernova, an explosion so powerful that for a moment it can outshine an entire galaxy. Yet even in that chaos, there is beauty. The explosion spreads the star's materials across the cosmos, scattering carbon, iron, and oxygen into the void. These elements will one day become part of planets, oceans, and life itself. In a way, the stars die so that others may exist. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all of it was forged in the heart of a star long ago. When you realize that, sleep becomes easier, because you understand that nothing ever truly ends. Energy, only changes form, matter only moves from one place to another. Your body, your thoughts, your breath, all part of a story that began with light. After a supernova, what remains is sometimes a neutron star, a tiny, incredibly dense object that spins rapidly and emits pulses of radiation like a cosmic lighthouse. Others collapse even further into black holes, where gravity becomes so strong that not even light can escape. Yet even those dark remnants are part of the universe's balance. They shape galaxies, guide stars, and influence the rhythm of time itself. Imagine drifting through a region of space filled with supernova remnants, colorful clouds glowing with soft pink, gold, and blue. The gases spread across light years, illuminated by the dying light of the star that once was. It looks like the universe itself is painting with light, creating new patterns for the next generation of stars. In that quiet beauty, you can feel the slow heartbeat of creation. Steady, calm, eternal. The stars remind us that transformation is natural. Nothing remains the same forever. Yet nothing is lost. Every beginning is born from an ending. Every ending gives birth to something new. The universe is patient, and it waits for every change to unfold at its own pace. In that patience lies peace. So as you rest tonight, imagine yourself floating beside an ancient star nearing its final moments. Its light is dim but warm, its energy soft but steady. It doesn't fear the end, because it knows that its dust will soon become part of something greater. Maybe a new star, maybe a world like Earth, maybe even you. And as that thought settles in your mind, your breathing slows, your body loosens, and the weight of time drifts away into sleep. As your mind floats further into the calm sea of the universe, the light of dying stars fades softly behind you. Yet there, ashes drift gently through space, glowing faintly like golden dust, suspended in darkness. This dust, though small and weightless, carries within it the blueprint of everything that ever was and everything that will ever be. It moves slowly, guided by invisible forces, collecting, merging, becoming the foundation of new beginnings. When stars explode and release their elements, the universe gathers them again. Clouds of dust and gas drift for millions of years, colliding, combining, and condensing under the pull of gravity. From those clouds, new stars are born, new worlds are formed, and new stories begin. It is a cycle so vast and graceful that it feels like breathing on a cosmic scale. Inhale, creation. Exhale, transformation. Again and again. Every grain of cosmic dust has a history older than time as we understand it. Some particles within you right now once floated near a supernova. Some drifted through the arms of the Milky Way. Some came from stars that existed before our sun was even born. When you take a deep breath, you are connected to everything, to stars, to galaxies, to the silent heartbeat of creation itself. This realization brings a deep, quiet comfort. Imagine a vast nebula stretching across the darkness, tendrils of glowing gas weaving like silk through space. Within its depths, small sparks begin to appear, the first signs of new stars forming. Each spark brightens slowly, pushing back the darkness around it. It's like watching the universe light candles, one by one, in an infinite cathedral. No noise, no rush, only patience and light. Our own sun was born in such a place about 4.5 billion years ago, surrounded by dust, gas, and fragments of older stars. As it ignited, the remaining material formed into planets, moons, asteroids, and comets. Earth was one of those planets. a small world orbiting quietly in the perfect distance. On its surface, over time, the same stardust gave rise to oceans, mountains, and life itself. From cosmic ashes came consciousness, and from silence came song. The atoms that make up your body are billions of years old. They have traveled across space, through stars, through time. When you touch your chest and feel your heartbeat, you are feeling the echo of the universe itself, pulsing gently through you. Everything that exists is connected by invisible threads of energy. Even as you sleep, those threads continue to hum softly, binding you to the stars above. Think about the calm of that reality. You are part of an endless exchange of light and matter. Nothing you are is permanent, and yet, nothing you are will ever truly vanish. The particles that form your body will one day return to the cosmos, perhaps to shine again as light, or to rest within the soil of another world. There is peace in that thought. Because it means that thought. Because it means that existence never truly ends. It only changes form. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember that every twinkle you see is not just light, but history. Each star is a story unfolding, a fragment of the universe's memory written in brightness. Some are newly born, others nearing their final glow, but all are connected in a grand circle of becoming. Their dust builds new stars. Their light travels to new worlds. Their energy fills the silence with warmth. Even now, in the stillness of your room, that light is reaching you, crossing billions of kilometers of emptiness to touch your eyes for a brief moment. And when you close them, you can still feel its echo, faint but real. That gentle warmth, that reminder that the universe is not cold or cruel, but alive and endlessly patient. It has time for everything, and so do you. So let your thoughts drift like stardust tonight, weightless, timeless, free. Imagine the universe breathing slowly around you, stars forming, glowing, fading and returning again to dust. Everything moving in quiet harmony. And in that harmony, you can finally rest, knowing that you are part of something eternal, something vast, and something beautifully calm. Now imagine yourself drifting deeper into space, past the scattered stars and the quiet clouds, dust, until you see the full shape of a galaxy turning slowly in the darkness. It moves with a grace so vast that its motion seems still, as if frozen in time. Billions of stars swirl together in a spiral of calm light, orbiting an invisible center, balanced by gravity and silence. From this distance, the galaxy looks alive, breathing softly, glowing with quiet rhythm. Each galaxy is like a city of stars, a home for countless suns and worlds. Some are spiral, like the Milky Way, spreading their arms wide as if to embrace the universe. Others are elliptical, round and smooth, glowing evenly in every direction. And some are irregular, shaped by collisions and cosmic winds, like drifting clouds of luminous dust. Yet despite their differences, they all move together, dancing slowly through the fabric of space. The light from these galaxies travels for millions, sometimes billions of years, before reaching us. Every beam of light is a message, carrying the memory of where it came from. When you look at the night sky, you are not seeing what exists now, but what existed long ago. The stars and galaxies you see may have changed or disappeared, yet their light continues to arrive, like echoes fading gently through a vast hall. This is the calm beauty of the cosmos. Nothing is truly gone, and nothing ever rushes. Even light, the fastest thing we know, moves in silence, without effort. It simply travels, carrying warmth, and history through the quiet sea of the universe. It touches everything without judgment, without noise. Every beam of light that falls upon your face once began in the heart of a star, and in its journey across time is the universe's way of saying you are part of its story. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel that motion. The galaxies spinning slowly, the stars orbiting within them, the planets turning gently around their suns. Everything is moving, yet everything feels still. The scale of it is so great that time itself seems to slow down. It's like listening to a song so long and soft that each note becomes a breath, a heartbeat, a wave. Our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is vast beyond imagination. 100,000 light years wide, filled with hundreds of billions of stars, and it too is moving, drifting through space along with its neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy. One day, billions of years from now, they will meet and merge into one. From a cosmic perspective, even collision is peaceful. It is not destruction, but transformation. Galaxies merge, stars are reborn, dust reshapes itself, and the universe continues to evolve in perfect silence. It is full of meaning, a quiet pulse that carries through everything. You can feel it if you listen carefully, a slow rhythm that matches the beat of your own heart. Think of how light travels through that immense space. It weaves between galaxies, passes through fields of dark matter, slips past ancient stars, and eventually reaches small blue worlds like ours. Each particle of light has traveled longer than any human lifetime, yet it never grows tired. Its journey is its purpose, and when it touches your eyes, it fulfills that purpose, connecting you to everything that ever was. The galaxies are not separate islands, they are parts of a single vast ocean. Gravity binds them together, invisible threads pulling everything into a quiet balance. The entire universe moves as one, a slow and graceful expansion that has continued since the beginning of time. It stretches softly, not with noise or chaos, but with patience. As you breathe slowly now, imagine yourself floating at the edge of that cosmic ocean, the galaxies beneath you like glowing spirals drifting through mist. The light around you soft, timeless, endless. There is no hurry here, no need to understand or control, only to exist, to drift, to be. And as your body relaxes, your mind begins to fade into that same rhythm, calm, infinite, and full of quiet light. Now the light fades even softer as you drift deeper into the endless sea of stars. Between the glowing galaxies there, our space is so dark that they seem to hold nothing at all. And yet, these are the places where the universe keeps its quiet secrets. Though invisible to our eyes, this emptiness is not truly empty. It hums with hidden energy, with dark matter and dark energy, the unseen threads that shape the cosmos and hold everything together. Dark matter cannot be seen or touched, but it moves silently through everything, guiding galaxies like a hand beneath the waves. Without it, the stars would scatter and drift apart, but with it, they remain bound, dancing slowly in harmony. It is the invisible structure of the universe, a calm framework upon which light and matter can exist. Imagine it as a soft net stretched across the cosmos, delicate yet strong, holding the galaxies in place like pearls on a string of infinity. Dark energy, on the other hand, is even more mysterious. It fills all of space, pushing galaxies apart, stretching galaxies apart. The universe gently outward. The expansion is not violent. It is serene and patient, like a deep breath taken by creation itself. The stars move farther away from each other, not in panic or haste, but with the same slow rhythm that defines everything in the cosmos. Even this expansion has a kind of peace to it, a calm inevitability. If you could float in one of those dark regions, far from any light, you would find not fear, but stillness. The airless void would wrap around you like a soft blanket of nothingness, silent and infinite. No sound, no movement, only the quiet hum of existence itself. And within that silence, your thoughts would begin to dissolve. Your worries would lose their weight, and you would become part of that calm, invisible flow. The universe, seen from afar, is not loud or chaotic. Stars ignite and fade. Galaxies spin and merge. Planets form and vanish. Yet all of it happens in silence. Even the greatest explosions, the brightest flares. Meditating. In a way, the universe is like a great ocean. The light of stars is its surface, shimmering and bright, while beneath lies a depth of unseen energy. Still, dark and endless, and just like the ocean, even the parts we cannot see are alive with motion. Every atom, every photon, every whisper of gravity is part of this slow, eternal current. When you think about that, a kind of peace fills your mind, because the same energy that holds galaxies together also flows through you. Your atoms are not separate from the universes. You are part of that same invisible structure, breathing, feeling, existing within it. Even when you sleep, even when you dream, you are connected to that endless balance. Sometimes people fear the darkness, but the universe shows us that darkness is not the absence of life. It's foundation. Stars need the night to shine. Light needs shadow to be seen. The dark is not your enemy. It is your resting place. It holds you quietly while the world turns, while your thoughts slow, while your breathing deepens. It is where everything begins again. Imagine now that you are floating in this darkness, your body light as air, your thoughts dissolving like mist. You see faint glimmers around you, not stars, but particles of light traveling endlessly. They move past you with gentle persistence, continuing their infinite persistence, continuing their journey. They do not hurry, they do not stop. They simply exist, glowing softly against the quiet backdrop of eternity. The invisible universe may seem mysterious, but perhaps it is only another kind of calm. It does not need to be seen to be real. It does not need to be loud to have power. It simply is. And in that being, there is peace. So let your breath slow again. Feel the stillness of the unseen world around you. The same energy that moves galaxies is now moving through you. Soft, endless, invisible, and beautifully calm. In the quiet of infinite space, before the stars existed, there was only darkness. Not a cold or lonely darkness, but a still, gentle silence filled with potential. Then, in one brief and beautiful moment, the universe took its first breath. Scientists call it the Big Bang. Yet, it was not a loud explosion like fire and thunder. It was the silent expansion of pure light, the birth of time, the start of everything that would ever exist. From that moment, the universe began to unfold like a flower opening in slow motion. Energy turned into matter, matter gathered into clouds, and those clouds began to drift through the young cosmos. There was no up or down, no near or far, only movement, only warmth, slowly fading into calm. As the universe expanded, it cooled, and in that cooling peace began to settle over everything. Hundreds of millions of years passed before the first stars were born. They rose like sparks in the vast dark sea, small at first, but bright beyond imagination. Their light pierced through the cosmic fog and filled the universe with color for the very first time. It was the dawn of creation's second act, when silence met light and gave birth to the beauty we see today. Those early stars were massive and powerful, burning with energy that shaped the galaxies to come. They lived short lives, only a few million years, before exploding and scattering their elements through space. Those scattered pieces became the seeds of future stars, the ingredients of worlds yet unborn. Everything we know, every planet, every ocean, every life began as dust from those first lights. Imagine how calm that era must have been. The universe young and vast, the stars few and far between, each one glowing softly against the endless horizon. No planets yet, no sound, no thought, only the quiet rhythm of light spreading through the dark. It was a time of purity, when everything that would ever exist was just beginning to find its shape. Even now, the light from those first stars still travels across space. Though their bodies are gone, their glow continues, a message, written billions of years ago, that is only now reaching our eyes. That is the patience of the universe. No rush, no urgency, only the slow unfolding of beauty across time. The galaxies that grew from those stars became the great spirals and clusters we see today. They formed from small gatherings of matter, pulled together by gravity's gentle touch. Even the creation of galaxies was a peaceful process, like snow falling slowly and building up over time. The universe, though vast and powerful, always moves with grace. When you look at the stars tonight, remember that their ancestors were the first to break the darkness. The light you see is part of a story that began 13 billion years ago. That light has passed through nebulae, through the arms of galaxies, through the thin veil of time itself, just to reach you. And when it does, it carries with it the same calm that existed at the beginning. If you close your eyes and breathe slowly, you can almost imagine being there, in that first quiet dawn of the universe. The stars like tiny lanterns in the infinite night, their warmth spreading softly through the empty space. You drift among them, weightless, timeless, peaceful. Each spark around you is both ancient and new, a memory of the beginning, and a promise of what is still to come. The universe is still expanding from that first moment, still breathing from that first sigh of creation. Every second, galaxies drift a little farther apart, space stretches a little wider, and time flows ever onward. But the rhythm never changes. It remains slow, steady, and calm. The same calm that filled the cosmos in its infancy. The same calm that can fill your mind tonight as you rest beneath the quiet light of the day. Stars. As the young universe continued to grow and cool, the stars began to gather companions. Around each of them, clouds of gas and dust started to spin, forming thin glowing disks that circled slowly like halos. Within those disks, small grains collided softly, sticking together, becoming pebbles, then rocks, then worlds. The birth of planets was not a sudden act, but a slow and patient dance, guided only by gravity, silence, and time. Imagine one of those early systems forming. In the center, a warm golden star glows with calm energy. Around it, rings of dust shimmer faintly, touched by light. In those rings, billions of tiny collisions take place, each one quiet, each one small. Yet together they build something vast. A planet takes shape, its surface still molten. A planet takes shape, its surface still molten. Its air thick and hazy. But within that heat is potential, the promise of mountains, oceans, and perhaps even life. Our own Earth was born in just such a way, 4.5 billion years ago. At first, it was nothing but chaos, molten stone and fire. But time, as always, brought calm. Rain began to fall, cooling the surface, filling the low places with oceans. The sky turned blue, the air softened, and within the waters, simple life began to stir. Tiny forms that would one day lead to forests, to animals, to us. It is a reminder that even in the grand stillness of the universe, creation never truly stops. Every star you see likely has its own planets, circling endlessly in the quiet of space. Some may be covered in ice, reflecting the light like mirrors. Others may glow red from volcanic heat. Some may have oceans, mountains or clouds that drift across their skies. And somewhere out there, in the infinite calm, there may be worlds not so different from ours, waiting silently for someone to look up and see them. Astronomers call these faraway worlds exoplanets, and though they are too distant to touch, we can feel their presence through the way their stars flicker. When a planet passes in front of its star, the light dims slightly, as if the universe were blinking slowly. That tiny change tells us that somewhere, a world is moving, turning, breathing in its own quiet way. If life exists on those distant planets, it may not look or think as we do. Perhaps it floats gently in oceans beneath strange suns, or glows softly under skies we cannot imagine. Perhaps it sleeps beneath frozen surfaces, waiting for warmth to return. Or perhaps it exists only as patterns of light, energy flowing across a landscape of color and silence. The universe is vast enough for all these possibilities to coexist. The stars nurture their worlds like gentle parents, giving light and warmth, but never too much. If a planet is too close, it burns. Too far, it freezes. But in the perfect distance, life can bloom. This delicate balance is called the habitable zone, and it is the quiet space where everything aligns. Earth lives in that space, floating perfectly between heat and cold, between light and dark, between chaos and calm. Sometimes when you stand beneath the night sky, it is easy to forget that we too are just one of countless planets drifting through space. Yet that thought should not make you feel small. It should make you feel at peace. Because even among endless stars and infinite worlds, you belong. You are part of the same story, the same slow song that has played since the beginning. In the stillness of night, when everything around you grows quiet, imagine yourself standing on another world, far from Earth. Above you, two suns rise together, painting the horizon in gold and violet. The air is calm, the wind slow, and in the distance, strange mountains shimmer under alien light. Though everything is different, the feeling is the same. Peace, warmth, wonder. The same comfort that comes from knowing you are part of something vast and eternal. As your mind drifts, remember that the stars and their planets move in perfect harmony. They orbit, spin, and shine in a rhythm older than time. No sound, no rush, only the steady turning of the universe. And within that movement, there is rest. The kind of rest that draws you deeper into sleep. Deeper into calm, until you too move with the stars, slow and weightless, in perfect peace. As you drift deeper into the quiet sea of thought, picture the planets moving softly around their suns. Each one follows its path with perfect grace, never colliding, never straying too far. Each obeying the invisible rhythm of gravity. They turn and spin and glide through space like dancers who have never forgotten their steps. The universe itself is a silent ballet, every orbit a movement, every rotation a slow and graceful gesture. Our Earth spins quietly, completing a turn every 24 hours, creating day and night. It orbits the sun once each year, tracing a gentle ellipse through the void. Yet these immense motions happen without sound, without effort. They are as natural as breathing. When you think of it, the calm of the Earth's journey is the same calm you feel when you breathe in and out, the same steady pulse that carries you toward rest. The moon orbits Earth in this same harmony. It pulls at the oceans with its invisible touch, guiding the tides in and out like the slow inhaling and exhaling of the sea. Every wave that reaches the shore, every ripple that fades into stillness, follows this eternal pattern. It is as if the universe whispers through water, reminding us that even movement can be peaceful. Beyond our solar system, countless planets circle their own suns, each moving in quiet balance. Some move so close that their years last only a few days, while others drift far away, taking centuries to complete a single orbit. Yet all of them remain steady, loyal to the rhythm of gravity. The laws of the universe never shout. They only hum softly, ensuring that everything flows in harmony. Sometimes, two stars orbit each other, bound by gravity's embrace. These binary stars move like partners in an endless dance, circling a shared center, their light weaving together in golden and blue spirals. From far away, they appear as one, yet their quiet motion reveals a deeper story of connection and balance. Their bond is both delicate and unbreakable, a reminder that even in vast emptiness, companionship exists. Further out still, entire galaxies orbit within clusters, drawn together by unseen threads. The Milky Way, our home, drifts gently toward its neighbor Andromeda. Their paths are long and slow, their meetings still billions of years away. When they finally touch, it will not be a violent crash, but a merging, a slow blending of stars and light, an act of unity, not destruction. The harmony of motion is the universe's softest song. Every star that spins, every planet that turns, every galaxy that drifts, all play their part in a cosmic symphony without sound. The notes are made of gravity and light, the melody stretched across time. And though we can't hear it, we can feel it. In the stillness between breaths, in the calm that fills the night sky, in the quiet sense that everything is exactly where it needs to be. Even your own body moves in rhythm with the universe. Your heartbeat, your breathing, your thoughts, all pulsing in gentle patterns. The atoms that form you vibrate with the same quiet energy that fills the films. Stars, you are not separate from the motion of the cosmos. You are a small, perfect part of it. Imagine now that you are floating above a distant planet, watching it spin slowly beneath you. Its clouds swirl like soft paint. Its mountains cast long shadows over calm plains. You see the light of its star move across the surface, turning night into day, then day into night again. You drift above it, weightless, feeling time stretch and soften. Every movement you see is peaceful. Every second is slow. Every breath you take joins the rhythm of the planet below. The universe is not still, but its motion is serenity itself. And in that motion, there is comfort. The knowledge that even as everything changes, the pattern remains. The stars keep turning, the galaxies keep moving, and life continues quietly between them. So let yourself follow that rhythm now. Breathe slowly, deeply, like a world spinning through endless night, and rest in the assurance that you Two are part of this grand and gentle dance. As your body grows heavier with calm, and your thoughts drift like soft clouds, imagine the invisible threads of energy that weave through everything, from the tiniest atom to the largest galaxy. A quiet current flows, connecting all that exists. This current is not loud or bright. It hums softly beneath the surface of all matter, carrying harmony, balance, and peace. It is the pulse of the universe, and it beats gently within you. Every star releases light and warmth, and that energy travels endlessly through the darkness. It touches planets, moons, and drifting dust. It reflects, it bends, it continues. No energy is ever lost. It only changes shape, moving from one form to another, like the calm cycle of breath. What leaves a star may one day become part of a wave in an ocean, or a leaf in the wind, or a thought in your mind. You are never apart from that flow. You are within it, moving gently along its current. If you close your eyes, you can almost feel that flow moving through you. A soft hum beneath your skin, a rhythm older than time. This is the same energy that burns in the heart of stars, the same force that holds galaxies together, the same breath that expands the universe. It is patient, endless, and kind. And right now, it moves through you with each slow heartbeat. Even light, which seems so quick, follows this rhythm. It travels with purpose, never rushing, never pausing. Its journey is long, its motion steady. Photons that leave a distant star may travel for billions of years before reaching a small world like ours. Yet they never lose their way. They glide calmly through the silent dark, obeying the gentle pull of gravity, guided only by the laws of balance. Think of your own thoughts as small sparks of light drifting through the night sky of your mind. Some move fast, some fade slowly, some return like echoes of memory, and as you breathe, they begin to slow. One by one they drift farther away, leaving only peace behind. Your mind becomes a quiet sky, your thoughts faint stars, your breath the rhythm that keeps them company. The energy of the universe is never still, but it is never chaotic. It moves in patterns, spirals, waves. Everything flows toward balance. The push and pull of gravity, the rise and fall of heat, the cycle of light and dark, all are parts of the same tranquil design. And you, lying here, breathing softly, are part of that design too. Your rest tonight is not separate from the cosmos. It is an echo of it. If you could look far enough, you would see the invisible web that holds everything together. Galaxies connected by filaments of dark matter, stars linked by gravity, planets bound by motion. It is like a great cosmic tapestry woven with threads of light and silence. From afar it looks still, but within it, everything is moving in perfect harmony. Sometimes, when we think of space, we imagine emptiness, but it is not empty. It is full of unseen energy, full of quiet life, full of motion too soft for our senses to feel. That stillness you sense when you stare at the night sky is the same stillness that fills your body when you begin to drift towards sleep. It is not the absence of movement. It is perfect motion, balanced, calm, eternal. Your heart beats, your lungs rise and fall, And with each breath, your body echoes the rhythm of the stars. The calm warmth of life that moves within you is the same light that once burned in ancient suns. Your rest tonight is not a pause in existence. It is part of the universe's gentle breathing. You are stardust remembering its home. So let yourself sink deeper now. Imagine the dull energy of the stars surrounding you, warm and infinite. Imagine it flowing through you, wrapping your body in quiet light. You are safe here, floating in the calm tide of creation. The same peace that fills the galaxies now fills your mind. There is nothing you must do, nowhere you must go. Only the soft rhythm of existence, glowing, pulsing, eternal. As your breathing deepens and the world around you fades into quiet, imagine that the stars above and the thoughts within your mind are made of the same light. Both flicker softly, appear and vanish, pulse and rest. Each star in the sky mirrors a spark within you, a small point of awareness glowing in the vast space of your consciousness. The outer universe and the inner universe are reflections of one another, endless and calm. When you close your eyes, you do not leave the stars behind. They live within you, hidden in the quiet patterns of your thoughts. Every idea, every dream, every memory is a form of light moving gently through the dark. Sometimes it shines bright, sometimes it fades, but it always remains part of you. The same way a star may disappear behind clouds, yet still exists beyond them. The mind, like space, is wide and open. Thoughts drift through it like comets across the night, passing slowly, leaving trails that linger for a while and then dissolve. The more you try to chase them, the faster they move. But if you simply watch them, they slow, they settle, and they fade into peace. This is the way of the stars too. Their movement is natural, their rhythm unforced. The energy that flows through your mind is not so different from the light of the cosmos. Neurons spark softly like constellations, forming patterns across an infinite sky. Those patterns shift, connect, and dissolve, just as galaxies form and merge and fade. Your awareness is a small window into the same process that governs everything. Transformation through calm movement. Sometimes your mind may feel crowded, like a night sky filled with too many stars. Too many lights shining at once. But remember, even in the densest cluster, each star keeps its distance. Each one moves in harmony with the others. Your thoughts can do the same. Let them find their own balance, their own quiet orbit, circling gently around the center of stillness inside you. If you could see your mind the way the universe sees itself, you would find beauty there, not in perfection or clarity, but in the soft glow of persistence. Even when you feel lost, a part of you continues to shine. Even when you feel dark, light still lingers somewhere within. You are never completely without it. It is the light of awareness, the same that burns in the heart of every star. The ancient people who looked up at the sky saw stories in the stars, heroes, animals, gods, and dreams. They connected the dots of light into constellations, giving meaning to the vast unknown. In the same way, you can look at your thoughts and see stories there too. Patterns that make up who you are. Moments of joy, moments of stillness, all shining softly in the background of your mind. Each time you breathe, imagine a wave of calm light moving through your thoughts. It passes slowly, washing over the stars within you, dimming their brightness until only the softest glow remains. Your worries dissolve. Your mind becomes clear like the sky before dawn. There is only quiet now, only light. The stars in the sky will continue to shine whether or not you look at them. Your mind will continue to breathe whether or not you think. Both follow their natural rhythm. Both exist in perfect patience. There is no need to force stillness. It will come to you the same way dawn comes to the horizon. Slowly, slowly, quietly, inevitably. So rest now. Imagine the stars within, and the stars beyond merging into one great sea of light. You float in that light effortlessly, surrounded by warmth and calm. Every heartbeat echoes the pulse of distant galaxies. Every breath draws in the peace of endless space. You are not separate from the stars. You are one of them, simply remembering what it feels like to glow. Beyond the quiet edges of your thoughts, beyond the reach of any sound, light continues its ancient journey. Stars are born, shine for ages, and fade, yet their glow keeps moving, crossing the deep dark like a soft sigh stretched over eternity. They are reminders that nothing truly ends, that what vanishes in one place reappears in another, carrying warmth, memory, and meaning through the calm flow of time. You too are made of that same rhythm. The atoms in your body once belonged to forgotten stars that lived and died long before the earth existed. Stone. Their stone became life. And now as you breathe slowly, their story breathes through you. The difference between the stars and yourself is only scale, not essence. You are the universe made small enough to dream. Every star burns at its own pace, some live for billions of years, others for only millions, but each burns completely, never holding back its light. When the time comes, they fade quietly, trusting the universe to carry their energy onward. There is peace in that surrender, the kind of peace that comes from knowing that nothing is wasted. Even their silence becomes part of the next creation. Human lives are shorter, but within them burns the same fire, the same patience, the same beauty. We move through our days, bright for a moment, then soft, then gone. But what we share, what we feel, what we build, all of it travels forward like light, unseen perhaps, but never lost. Every kind word, every gentle act becomes part of something greater, spreading warmth through the quiet fabric of existence. The demon stars teach that endings are illusions. When one disappears, another rises. When one fades, its dust becomes the beginning of something new. It is the universe's most comforting truth, that everything transforms but nothing truly dies. Even the faintest light has purpose. Even the softest glow reaches somewhere. If you look at the sky long enough, you realize that time itself feels different up there. It stretches, slows, and becomes soft. Billions of years pass between the birth and death of a star. Yet to the universe, that time is a single breath. And when you lie here now, breathing slowly, you are part of that same breath. Your sleep is not separation from the world. It is participation in the quiet cycle of renewal. There is something humbling in the thought that the same photons that left a distant star before the first humans walked the earth are now touching your skin. They have crossed everything: dust clouds, magnetic fields, and the cold emptiness of space, just to arrive here, in this moment. Their journey was not rushed. It simply continued. Steady, silent, infinite. Let that patience sink into you. Let the stillness of light fill the spaces between your thoughts. In this vast and gentle universe, nothing demands, nothing hurries. Everything flows toward balance. Our part of that flow, carried along without effort, guided by the same calm forces that shape the stars. If you could see yourself as the universe sees you, you would understand that you are already enough, not because of what you do, but because of what you are. Light remembering itself, energy resting, waiting, glowing softly in the dark. There is no need to try, no need to reach, no need to reach, no need to hold. Just breathe and let yourself be. And as the stars fade slowly beyond the window of your mind, your body sinks deeper into rest. The warmth of existence wraps around you, gentle and timeless. Sleep is not an end. It is a return. A quiet reunion with the same peace that fills the spaces between the stars. The same peace that has existed since the first light began to shine. Somewhere far beyond the reach of your senses, light begins its long and gentle voyage. It leaves the surface of a star, born in silence, carrying with it a soft memory of warmth and creation. It passes through layers of gas, through the thin arms of galaxies, through oceans of invisible space. It does not rush. It does not pause. It simply travels, patient and eternal, crossing billions of years to find a new home. That same light may one day reach a small blue planet orbiting an ordinary star. It touches the waves of the sea, the leaves of trees, and finally, the eyes of those who look upward at night. When it reaches you, it carries the calm story of its journey. The patience of stars, the balance of galaxies, the quiet persistence of existence. It is the universe's way of whispering that nothing is ever truly lost, that every path, no matter how long, finds its destination. The light that touches your skin tonight began its journey long before you were born. It crossed distances so vast that the mind cannot measure them. It has seen the birth of worlds and the death of stars. It has passed through the dust of ancient galaxies and the gravity of invisible forces. And yet, it continued, never tired, never afraid. If you could follow that light backward, you would see the story of the cosmos unfolding in reverse. Galaxies shrinking into clouds, stars into dust, dust into silence, and at the very end, only stillness. The quiet potential that existed before time began. But light never ever truly ends. It transforms, it scatters, it becomes warmth in the air, reflection on the sea, spark in your eye. It lives on in ways too subtle to see, but too real to deny. The light inside you, the one that glows softly when you close your eyes, is part of that same journey. You carry within you the brightness of ages, the glow of every dawn the universe has ever seen. You are a continuation of that first spark that broke the darkness. When you rest, when you breathe, when you let go, that light settles deeper within you, finding peace in its own reflection. Think of how soft the night becomes when you allow yourself to listen. The world slows, the air cools, the distant stars shimmer like quiet thoughts across the sky. That same calm fills the spaces within you. Your heart beats like a small sun. Your breath flows like a gentle wave. Your body glows with warmth that once belonged to the stars. You are not separate from their light. You are its continuation, living briefly in this moment of awareness before returning to silence. The universe does not rush to finish its story. It writes slowly, one ray of light at a time. And you, lying here in this calm night, are part of that story. A single note in an endless melody. You are the listener and the song, the observer and the light. Every time you look at the stars, remember that what you see is the past shining into the present. The universe is showing you its memory, its gentle record of what once was. And when that light reaches you, it becomes part of your memory too. You carry it forward, passing it quietly into the next moment, the next breath, the next breath, the next breath. Dream. As your eyelids grow heavier, imagine that you are that light now, leaving the surface of a distant star, drifting through the dark in complete peace. No destination, no hurry, just an endless glide through eternity. Your hurry, just an endless glide. Body sleeps, your thoughts dissolve, and all that remains is motion. Steady, patient, beautiful. Light traveling home, far beyond the noise of life. The universe beats with a rhythm so deep and slow that only silence can hear it. Every star, every atom, every grain of dust moves to that same rhythm, pulsing softly in harmony with us. Everything else, this is the quiet heartbeat of existence, steady and eternal, echoing through every corner of space. It is not the sound of time passing, but of time breathing. If you could listen closely enough, you would feel this pulse flowing through you. It is there in your chest, in the slow rise and fall of your breath, in the gentle warmth that moves through your body. It is the same rhythm that turns the planets, that makes the stars shine, that carries light through darkness. You do not have to search for it, because it has always been with you. The stars seem still when you look at them, but each one vibrates softly, sending tiny ripples through the fabric of space. These ripples spread endlessly, meeting other ripples, merging and fading, creating the unseen music of the cosmos. Scientists call them waves, but perhaps they are closer to whispers. Calm messages pass between stars, reminding each other that they are not alone. Imagine floating among those waves now. The space around you glows faintly with light. The airless void hums with a vibration too deep for words. It is not a sound you hear, but one you feel. A slow, peaceful thrum that matches the beating of your heart. For a moment, there is no difference between you and the universe. You are both part of the same pulse. Every galaxy carries this rhythm, turning slowly, glowing softly, never breaking the flow. The arms of the Milky Way stretch and curve. Stars drift along them like sparks caught in a gentle current. Nothing rushes, nothing resists. Everything moves as it must, guided by invisible harmony. This is the nature of the universe. Perfect motion without effort, creation without struggle. You might think of yourself as small compared to the stars, but the rhythm that sustains them also sustains you. Your cells breathe in time. With the expansion of space, your mind echoes the stillness of the night sky. Your heart beats to the same ancient tempo that began when the first light was born. You are not apart from the universe. You are its continuation, matter. Conscious. As you breathe in now, imagine drawing the cosmic rhythm into you. As you breathe out, imagine releasing all noise, all tension, all thought. Each breath brings you closer to balance, closer to the quiet flow that holds everything together. It is the same flow that keeps the stars burning, that lets galaxies dance, that allows time itself to move. The pulse of the universe is not something to chase. It is something to remember. It is already within you, waiting beneath the surface of awareness. When you rest, it becomes clear again, steady and kind. Every time your heart beats, it joins the endless rhythm of creation, a soft drum echoing across eternity. In the vastness of space, there is no sound. Yet, if you could translate those vibrations into music, it would be the most peaceful song imaginable, low, endless, filled with warmth and patience. That song never stops. Even when you sleep, it flows through you, around you, beyond you. the same song the stars have sung since the beginning. So as you drift now, let your heart beat slow until it matches that rhythm. Imagine the whole universe breathing with you, galaxies expanding as you inhale, stars glowing softer as you exhale, the cosmos and your body moving as one. Silent, calm, infinite, and in that shared stillness, sleep comes not as an end, but as a return to the quiet pulse that has always carried you through the dark. Now imagine yourself drifting gently between stars, where the darkness is deep but never empty. This space, often called the void, is not silence at all, but a vast ocean of calm. It stretches endlessly in every direction, filled with faint whispers of energy, with particles moving softly like waves you cannot see. The stars are like islands in this ocean, glowing quietly, each one sending light across the gentle tide of space. People often imagine the space between stars as cold and lonely, but if you could feel it, you would sense its quiet warmth. Not the warmth of fire, but of presence, a deep and endless stillness that holds everything in balance. Even here, in what seems like nothingness, tiny forces move, light travels, gravity flows, magnetic fields twist softly around invisible lines. The universe is never truly still. It breathes in ways too subtle for us to hear. Then, distance between one star and another is almost beyond imagining. It takes light, the fastest traveler there is, years or even centuries to cross from one to the next. Yet in that distance, harmony remains. No chaos, no noise, only lies. Balance. The stars do not fight the space between them. They embrace it, glowing peacefully within it, content in their solitude. Perhaps that is why the night sky feels so comforting. It reminds us that stillness can hold beauty, too. If you close your eyes now, you can imagine floating through that ocean. Around you, points of light shimmer softly, some red and gentle, others blue and sharp, all suspended in perfect calm. There is no wind, no up or down, only weightless drift. You are carried by the same invisible current that guides planets and galaxies. Time feels slower here, stretched like the tide, flowing quietly past you. Even in the deepest emptiness, there is connection. Each particle in space feels the pull of every other. Each star influences its neighbors through the silent touch of gravity. This invisible network ties the universe together like a web made of calm intention. The spaces between are not empty. They are alive with potential, with movement too soft for eyes to see. When you think of it this way, the universe becomes a vast body of water made not of liquid but of energy. The stars are its reflections, rippling slowly across an infinite surface. Every vibration, every spark, every gentle curve of light contributes to its perfection. Nothing exists alone. Even isolation is an illusion, because everything is part of the same quiet sea. You can feel this truth in yourself too. Between each breath, there is a small pause, a moment of stillness that holds everything together. That pause is your own version of space, your own quiet ocean. It is where calm is born. If you listen carefully to the silence between your breaths, you can hear the same rhythm that fills the universe. Not with sound, but with presence. The vastness of the cosmos does not ask to be understood. It asks only to be felt. The peace between the stars is the same peace that fills your heart when you stop trying to control, to grasp, to hurry. It is the calm that comes when you allow yourself to float, trusting the unseen forces that carry you. In this infinite ocean, nothing is wasted and nothing is alone. Every atom has its place, every light its purpose. Even the darkness plays its part. Given the darkness plays its part. Meaning to the glow, the universe is a perfect balance of contrast, a gentle union of silence and sound, of emptiness and fullness. And you are part of that balance, resting now in its embrace. So let yourself drift deeper. The space around you grows softer, the stars farther, the silence wider. But you are not falling, you are floating, supported by the invisible calm that holds everything. The ocean of space moves beneath you like a slow heartbeat, carrying you gently toward rest. The stars fade into distance, your thoughts dissolve into stillness, and you become part of the peace that fills the space between worlds. Far across the silent ocean of space, some stars are nearing the ends of their long, luminous lives. Their light, once fierce and full, begins to soften, dimming slowly like a candle that has burned for ages. And yet, even as they fade, their glow continues to travel, carrying memories of their warmth through the quiet fabric of the quiet cosmos. Nothing is ever truly lost here. Not light, not motion, not meaning. Everything lingers, everything echoes. When a star begins to fade, it does not fight against the darkness. It surrenders gently, releasing its last rays. Like whispers into eternity, these rays wander through galaxies, across dust and time, until one day they touch something new. Perhaps a planet, perhaps a wandering cloud, perhaps the eyes of someone looking up at the night sky, unaware that they are seeing a farewell from a star long gone. The universe remembers. It holds every moment, every shimmer, every breath of light that has ever existed. Nothing disappears. It only changes form, scattering softly like ripples in still water. The light of a dying star might illuminate the birth of another. Its ashes might become the building blocks of new worlds. Even its silence becomes part of the music of existence. If you could listen closely enough, you would hear this quiet song of memory. It hums in the background of everything, a deep and steady tone woven through time itself. Scientists call it cosmic background radiation. The faint afterglow of the universe is beginning. But perhaps it is more than that. Perhaps it is more than that. Perhaps it is the soft voice of creation, still echoing from the first breath of light. Every beam of starlight that reaches your eyes carries a story older than you can imagine. Some began their journey before life existed on Earth. Some left their home stars before our sun was born. And yet, here they are, still traveling, still shining, still sharing their memory. When you look at them, you are not just seeing the sky. You are seeing time itself, visible as light. In a way, you are made of memories too. The atoms that form you once belonged to other stars, other worlds, other lives. They have traveled through fire and void, through birth and death, to arrive here. In this quiet moment of your existence, they remember, even if you do not. They hum softly with the same vibration that fills the cosmos. And when you rest, they rest too, falling into the same rhythm that holds the stars. As the light of old stars fades, new ones are born, glowing with fresh warmth. The universe does not mourn the ones that vanish. It carries their memory forward in new forms. This is how balance is kept, through renewal, through patience, through the gentle recycling of energy. There is no loss, only change, only transformation. Imagine floating in that quiet space between the wide, living and the fading stars. You see one slowly dimming, its glow turning soft and golden, while in the distance, another is beginning to shine, its light still fragile but growing stronger. This exchange is endless, seamless, beautiful. The universe never stops breathing, never stops creating. And as you watch, you realize that you too are part of this eternal exchange. Every breath you take gives back to the world. Every moment of rest contributes to the balance. You are not outside of this cycle. You are within it, carried by the same forces that guide the stars. The peace you feel now is not separate from the peace that fills the sky. It is the same peace, the same gentle light remembering its origin. So as your mind grows still and your body sinks deeper into warmth, imagine the last light of ancient stars washing over you, soft, distant, eternal. It touches your skin like a memory of something you have always known. It does not always known. It does not fade. It simply becomes part of you. And in that quiet union, you too begin to glow. Not with effort, but with the calm understanding that everything beautiful lasts forever, even when it changes form. The night has grown quiet now. The stars hang softly above, their light no longer sharp, but gentle, like whispers across the surface of a dream. You have traveled far through their stories, through their births, their lives, their fading light, and here at the edge of sleep, you can feel them watching over you. Not as distant fires, but as quiet companions in the silence. The universe moves on, slow and endless, carrying every spark, every breath, every thought. Nothing is ever lost in this vastness. Not the light of a star, not the warmth of your heart, not the memory of calm. Everything circles back, reshaped, renewed. Even the darkness that fills the spaces between the stars is not empty. It is full of peace, full of rest. Your breath rises and falls like the tides of distant galaxies. Your pulse matches the rhythm of unseen suns turning in silence. You are the universe at rest. Small, vast, infinite, still. Every worry, every thought fades like starlight dissolving into the dawn. The world grows soft, your body lighter, your mind open and wide. There is no time here, no need to move. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the slow heartbeat of creation itself. The soundless pulse that began when the first light appeared and that still moves through everything. It is the same rhythm that carried you through this journey, the same rhythm that will carry you into sleep. The stars do not hurry. They shine until they cannot, and even then, their light keeps traveling. You too can rest without hurry. You too can shine without trying. Your existence itself is enough. Now imagine all the stars you have visited. The blue ones burning bright, the red ones glowing softly, the dying ones scattering dust, all of them surrounding you in quiet light. They drift slowly, their glow weaving together into a gentle halo that cradles you. You are safe here, wrapped in the warmth of a billion suns. Their peace becomes your peace. Their stillness becomes your stillness. And as you breathe, your thoughts grow lighter. Your mind, like a night sky after a long storm. Everything once more. Sleep now, traveler of the stars. The universe is holding you. The galaxies turn quietly above you. The light of eternity flows through you. You are home. You are still. You are infinite. Good night, and may the stars keep their gentle watch over your dreams.